Hello everyone and welcome back to Dragon Age Origins. Because Dragon Age Origins. So Velgard is, well, I made feelings about Velgard. It it basically changes a lot of the... It's like they retcon their own lore, basically. In some regards. There's a bug, well, basically, okay. Like, say you customize your character, right? But there's I'm not sure if it would be a 50-50 chance that basically every time you reload, it's like, well, you might land on, your proper character, or you might land on default character model of, like, the first preset that before you edited everything. I'm not sure if that's just a hard drive issue, or if that also happens on the solid state drives, but yeah. It's very irritating, because you have to go back to the lighthouse, to the mirror transformation, and reset your stuff. Well, maybe not every time, it just depends if the 50-50 thing happens. And sometimes, like, if you decide to save on a mission, well, you're a bit fucked because you can't leave the mission to go do that. Gotta remember more to save before missions. Just in case. So I could go back and do that shit. Also, getting a bit irritated with the whole funneling thing. Funneling being basically enforced to have to do a mission this way. Cannot go that way. Cannot go this way. Currently inaccessible. Currently can't go that way. It's like, I want to go explore. I want to go find these secrets, this loot, all the stuff I could see on the map. Nope, can't do that. Metroidvania aspects of, well, you need this companion before you can access this thing. This companion before you can access that. Yeah. The power's not as bad as some things we've been doing. Part of me still wants to go back to Empire of the Ants, but let's face it, I'm just gonna get pissed off doing that one. Cause, oh no, you missed one collectible. Well, you can't go back. Mission's done. Can't go back. Can't do the mission over. You're never gonna get that collectible. You'd have to restart the entire fucking game to get the collectible. Yep. I'm still not over that. It's gonna bother me. Anyway, hi Trickster Wim. What's up?
Now,
oh no, he's gonna attack us. What's up, Trickster Wim? Down you go. I prefer to take out the mage one. Stop that. Where's the music? Time to dance! The thing killing people in the trade roads was one of the creatures you summoned in the Circle Magi's Tower. Oh. So basically, we let this thing out, and it's been murdering caravans. Whoops. Our bad. Oh, at least we stopped it. If it's soul rot traps and stuff. Magus war boots. I mean, they aren't bad war boots. Just I'm not gonna use them because, I put her all in Grey Warden kill. Everyone's a Grey Warden now. Sort of. Anyway. Moving on. That was just, that was just random encounter. We're still gonna need to deal with these ones. Oh no, it's a bloody corpse. A soldier's diary. What can I look at the soldier's diary? Actions relate to desperados to run from the door to one army. Every trip that usually they pursuit failed. His last words grabs out no time. Oh, I guess I just go tell the chantry that, hey, bad stuff happened to. Also wolves.
Off I go.
Like, we should have get wolves at this point. Like, we haven't really had to deal with them since the low. Oh no, it's more wolves. More wolves.
Now this should be fun.
Oh no, a big old bear showed up. Oh no, not the big old bear. Oh no, he's been crushing prison. Whatever shall he do?
It's your time to die.
And he's gone.
Huh.
I got wolf pouch so I could collect those. I'm just gonna move on.
And I'm off.
Well, before we go to the outskirts of that, to the caravan. Yeah. Also, they tried to explain the Darkspawn and Veilguard as these are like ancient, experimented on Darkspawn. So that's why they look like that and why they're like that. So they could be like the first Darkspawn technically before, you know, the Darkspawn that we know in like Origins and stuff. Yes, that's no excuse for why the Darkspawn don't look like Darkspawn in Veilguard. Because Origins still has the best Darkspawn. Definitely compared to Dragon Age 2 and an Inquisition. And then Veilguards are like, the fuck? Most of the Darkspawn in Veilguard are ghouls. Not even Genlocks. And the Hurlocks do not look anything like humans at all.
Begin the onslaught.
Though to be fair, I ain't that far into the game, but still.
A bit more dying, please.
Yeah, you dealt with it. Report back to the chantry. Still sick, by the way. But yeah. Like the ghouls look like, sort of like ghouls in a way, but not Darkspawn way. The Hurlocks though look like big they look like basically like something you'd expect out of what would it be? Something you'd expect out of like Diablo or something. Maybe even Warcraft. Warcraft's demons, yeah. Because they do not look like Hurlocks. Like, I don't understand how you could screw that up. That bad. Like, the whole thing about Darkspawn is... Darkspawn is supposed to be like... Like, these Genlocks, you know, the Genlocks look like ogres. You know, not ogres, orcs. Orcs are goblins, basically. More so like a Mordor orc, honestly. Yeah, like a Mordor orc. But the thing is, her luck's supposed to look, you know, like it's getting human, basically, practically. That's the whole thing. Dragon Age 2 screwed it up by making them basically just generic white humanoid thing with a chain cap. Dragon Age Veilguard made them look like, you know, some Warcraft demon thing or Diablo demon thing. Basically something that looks not human at all. It's a simple concept making something that looks like, you know, that resembles a human but yet not a human. How can you mess that up? Anyway, we're gonna go to the forest. The problem though is look how big Brecon Forest actually is. Like, we're probably not going to explore the entire forest. I mean, look at that. That's a bit big, though. I'm sure you can figure out which choice we're going to make if you know my personality and how I feel
right
about
there,
elves.
outsider. The Dalish have camped in this spot. I suggest you go elsewhere, and quickly.
Yeah, I've been looking for the Dalish.
I find that hard to believe. What business could we Dalish possibly have with a group like yours?
Yeah, I'm Grey Warren, which is Vigilant Leader.
A Grey Warden? How do I know you're telling the truth?
Many people go about pretending to be Grey Wardens, do they?
No, that's true. Perhaps I shall let the Keeper decide for himself. In the camp, I suggest you keep your hands to yourself, and remember that our arrows are still trained on you. Follow me.
I'm not threatened by your arrows.
I see we have guests.
What's up? Apparently, you know. Apparently my dog doesn't like
And
you.
a hound amongst them. As if we haven't had enough problems with such creatures. Who are these strangers, Mithra? I have precious little patience and less time to spend on outsiders today.
This one claims to be a Grey Warden and wishes to speak with the clan. I thought it best to leave the decision to you.
That was wise of you. Masirinus, Mithra, you may return to your post.
Manuvinen, Keeper.
Now, allow me to introduce myself. I am Zathrian, the keeper of this clan. Its guide and preserver of our ancient lore. And you are?
Definitely.
If you came to bring news of the Blight in the south, it is not needed. I had already sensed its corruption. I would have taken the clan north by now, had we the ability to move. Sadly, as you can see, we do not.
Your land boats
Yes,
aren't
it
moving.
seems like you've had your own troubles. What are the odds?
I imagine you are here regarding the treaty we signed centuries ago. Unfortunately, we may not be able to live up to the promise we made. This will require some explanation. Please, follow me. The clan came to the Brazilian forest 1 month ago, as is our custom when we enter this part of Ferelden. We are always wary of the dangers in the forest, but we did not expect the werewolves would be lying in wait for us. They ambushed us, and though we drove the beasts back, much damage was done. Many of our warriors lie dying as we speak, even with all our magic and healing skill. We will eventually be forced to slay our brethren to prevent them from becoming beasts. The Blight's evil must be stopped. But we are in no position to uphold our obligations. I am truly sorry.
At least you're sensible about it. But yeah, are you sure the werewolves are not wolf werewolves? By the way, why did they attack you?
They are savage and unrelenting. They need no reason to attack anyone. What is curious, however, is the ambush. We expect werewolves to be no more cunning than a rabid wolf. The ambush suggests a level of intelligence we've never seen before. I doubt that. The very curse that is in their blood fills them with an unreasoning rage that precludes any true thought. The affliction is a curse that runs rampant in their blood, bringing great agony and then ultimately either death or a transformation into something monstrous. The only thing that could help them must come from the source of the curse itself. And that would be no trivial task to retrieve.
Yeah, well, what do you want me to do?
Within the Brazilian forest dwells a great wolf. We call him Witherfang. It was within him that the curse originated, and through his blood that it has been spread. If he is killed and his heart brought to me, perhaps I could destroy the curse. But this task has proven too dangerous for us. I sent some hunters into the forest a week ago, but they have not returned. I cannot risk any more of my clan.
Perhaps.
There is no
for the
guarantee that this will work, as I suspect. But it's the only hope we have left.
Only a perhaps. Yeah, we'll go find.
I must warn you that more than werewolves lurk in the Brazilian forest. It has a history full of carnage and murder, you see. Where there is so much death, the veil separating the spirit realm from our own becomes thin, allowing spirits to possess things, living or dead. But if you can indeed
Well,
help,
there are a few mage
then I
things
wish
to
you
do in the
luck.
forest. I have questions, by the way.
Make them quick, if you please. I have much to do here. My apprentice Lanaya or Sayrel, the clan's storyteller, could provide you with answers just as easily. There is not much to say. It stemmed originally from Witherfang, but now any werewolf may infect someone with it.
But yeah, if a werewolf bites me.
It is possible, but not guaranteed. The only way to protect against the curse is not to be bitten.
Oh, good, just don't get bitten.
You will know within a matter of days. You will begin to sweat and vomit, and most tellingly, your temper will become wild and uncontrollable.
Oh, good.
If that happens to you, you should seek out Witherfang even more swiftly. Your mission at that point will be rather personal. No. The ones from this forest, however, do.
Okay.
That is a long tale I do not have time to tell. Ask Sayrel about it if you wish.
Okay.
Go on, then. I must return to caring for my people. Creator's speed on your way.
So we made it to Dalish camp. Hi, Dalish. I despise you so much. Anyway. What we got here? Oh yeah, the gods have one. This will actually help us. Given the fact that we're doing Veilguard at the same time. Dalish the Harp Keeper is a sister of Adrian the Huntress, while Adrian loved to run with the creature of the wild. Dalish preferred to stay by her home tree, occupy herself with gentle art and song. Does not sound like an evil Dalish god to me. It's Elise who gave us fire and taught us how to use it. It's Elise who showed us how to heal with herbs and with magic, how to ease the passion of emphasis into this world, and again it's Elise who showed us how to spin the flowers of plants into thread and rope. We owe much to Elise, and that is why we sing to her when we kindle the fires when we put them out. That is why we sprinkle our herbs with Sarah's fragrant tree moss and ask that she protect them and all. Does it sound like an evil god to me?
Going.
Andrew, goddess of the hunt. Well, to be fair, it's mostly just, what's his That would say, It's mostly, like only two of the gods anyway. The all-powerful one and the Dale God one. I was hoping there would be at least a Dale God thing, hell, for me to read about, but yeah. The Lady of Hunter Andrel. You know, about hunting and all that. Respect the ways of the hunt and the word and all that. Oh, God of the Craft. Yeah, I don't think June sounds evil either. We dedicate all crafts to June, for it was he who taught the people to bend the branches of trees to make up bows and fashion coats of fur and iron bark. Without June, would we have the Aurora land boat or the harnesses for a hollow? Oh God, they have quests. Quick, come over here and pee on this tent. You know you want to. Good job. You peed on the tent. Hi, Sarah.
We greet you, child of the stone. I understand you are to venture into the haunted forest to save our brethren.
Maybe.
I suspect your efforts may be in vain. An entire group of our hunters went into the forest to do as you intend, and they have not returned.
Well, that's cut your elves.
Then you are very brave to adventure into such a place, even knowing the danger that awaits. Your courage impresses us greatly.
You think Zorka's gonna help, do you?
Nothing will help us now. Least of all the meddling of an outsider.
You are being most unkind, Cyril. Would you refuse our hunter's help simply because of the hand that offered it?
You shame me, Lethalan. I have allowed my bitterness to cloud my better judgment. Forgive me, Grey Warden. It is most difficult to forget the lessons these Shemlin have taught us. Perhaps I can yet make amends. Stay while I spin a tale for our children. And then I will tell you of the forest if you desire.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Come and join us then, all of you.
Let's listen to the tale. We all just sit down.
Now, what say we tell the story of the fall of the Dales? Which of
Oh,
your
the fall
children
of the
knows that
Dales.
best?
I think I do.
Yes? Then come, child. Oh, don't be frightened of the outsiders. Now, where do you suppose such a tale should begin?
When we were slaves?
Yes. Long ago, our people were slaves to an empire the Shemlin had built on the darkest
The
mountain.
Defender Imperium.
They took away our history and our language and left us nothing. And then that empire fell. We were free.
Did it though?
Because Andraste came with her army, and Shartan joined her.
Yes. Andraste, the Shemlin prophet, came out of the south and challenged the Tevinter Imperium. Our ancestor, Shartan, fought at her side. And when the rebellion came to an end, we were given a new homeland in the west, the Dales. We began to rebuild
about
the
souls or
culture and
anything,
history we had lost in our years of slavery. We worshipped the creators and made the Dales our home. Perhaps you know what happened next, stranger. Do you know what happened to the Dales?
Invaded by humans.
Indeed. They resented that we would not worship their maker, and they resented our ways because they were so different from their own. The Shemlin nations grew cold towards the Dales. They called us blasphemers and tyrants, and declared war upon us. A great crusade.
Sounds like something, humans would do.
And which is worse? The actions of those who believed they were right, or the inaction of those who knew they were wrong? Oh, I am certain we played a part in our downfall. We believed that the Shemlin would not revoke their prophet's gift so lightly. We were wrong. They took our lands, forcing us to abandon our gods and live as beggars in Shemlin cities. But there were those of us who refused to abandon our ways. They emblazoned the symbols of the creators upon their flesh and vowed to keep their ancient lore alive.
That's us. That's the Dalish.
Indeed, child. We chose to wander, homeless, rather than be ruled by the Shemlin. And all our clans wander alone until the day we have a homeland once more.
Then we bring the old ways back to our people, because they have forgotten it all.
For we are the Dalish, the keepers of the lost lore.
The walkers of the lonely path.
We are the Elvenan, and never again shall we submit. And that is the tale of the Dales, stranger. Thank you for allowing us to tell it to you.
As I said, why I don't like the Dalish. They're all just basically a bunch of elves that want their old glory back and bitch and complain about, well, we no longer are the same as we used to be. We need to go back to the old ways. Which basically conflicts with everything Solus is about. Yeah, I don't think Solus would actually really like the Dalish. Because basically they want to go back to the old ways, and if you've listened to Solus, everything he talks about is like how all the elvish gods, even the good ones, were all evil and enslaved his people and made them worship them. Because basically, by the way, all those old elvish gods are not even gods. They are just basically ancient elven mages that obtain enough power to basically consider themselves gods. So yeah, they're not even actual gods, they're just mages with enough power to be considered gods. But yeah, I know, right? Of course, this was all before, any of that existed, before, Bioware retconned all that shit to make it seem like, oh yeah, the Dalish gods were actually evil and enslaved the Dalish elves and all that. Which basically implies that, all these elves are stupid and don't realize that, going back to the old ways would be bad for them. But anyway, perhaps you allow me to tell a story as well.
Perhaps another time. You are the guest here, and one who may yet prove of great help to our ailing hunters. Now, as I said I would, I can tell you what I know.
I don't
of
get
the
have
Brazilian
story
forest.
time? Well, fuck
Do you
you
wish to hear
too.
it?
Fine, tell me the
Our
forest.
legends say that before the Shemlin came, the Brazilian forest was a place of our ancestors that predated even our oldest homeland.
You mean the Dales?
People of the Imperium came here and gave the forest its
Actually,
name.
your oldest.
If they found traces of our ancestors, we cannot say. If they did, those elves were slain or enslaved. We know only that a great many battles were fought here. These trees grow upon the graves of those who fell, Shemlin and elves both.
Actually, I just realized something. There was a problem with all this too. Okay. So the problem though is the Dalish are all about the Dales, right? The Dales, let me get my Dragon Age map. Let me get my Dragon Age map up, Let's see, Dragon Age map. The fuck is that? That's not a Dragon Age map. Ah, here we go. Damn. Okay. Ah, this is actually a really nice map. Okay, so Dragon Age map. Here's the thing. All their stuff would imply that basically, you know, they're from the Dales, right? Immigrate, Emperor Mythog, here's that, right? Which is basically north of the Arbor Wilds. Arbor Wilds is goes places. Okay. But yeah. So they consider themselves from the Dales, right? But if they were, well, yeah, back then the Defender Imperium would have ruled basically almost all of, you know, the known Thedas map. But yet there's all these ancient elven ruins in the Arthantine Forest, you know. The Veilguard stuff, that's like, hey, by the way, magical... It becomes basically high fantasy in Veilguard, compared to, you know, regular fantasy in this. But ancient magical constructs and everything in the Arthantine Forest, right? Exactly, it's like, wait a second, that does not make sense. If basically the ancient elfin stuff was all basically more so up here in this forest, that's way over there. If these elves all complain about the Dales. Yeah, it's like basically, let's think of it this way. These elves are not connected to the ancient elves. This here was like at some hour time after the Defender Imperium, after they decided to go to, you know, the Dales. And then got drawn, you know, hunted to almost extinction by, you know, what's mostly Orlais over there. Cause yeah, that would be definitely mostly Orlais over there. Rush approach, all that. The Bisharade, So. Yeah, Breaker Force is a thing. Also, I'm looking at stuff here. Okay, Orzammor's over there. The Duke of Tag's over there. Apparently the Anvil of the Void's all the way towards like the Brecken Forest. So basically when we went to Orzammor, we went all the way there. Well, that's a thing. Huh. Huh. Yeah, I guess that's the thing we did. Does not make sense to me, but sure. Stuff underground. Anyway, close that. Close that. Okay. And?
So much death in one place. Tore the veil into the
Oh
beyond.
no, not the
The
veil.
Shemlin know the beyond as the Fade, the place of dreams and spirits. When the veil is torn, spirits pass into our world.
Do you guys
freely.
know that one of
The
your
legends
gods
say
made the veil?
that one great spirit possessed the wolf that became Witherfang.
No, you
Passed
don't know
its curse
that?
of rage onto men and created werewolves. The forest is said to be haunted. Spirits possess the trees, the wolves, even the bodies of the dead. They yearn for true life, you see. So Zathrian insists. He says that Witherfang does not age, as the werewolves do. Witherfang is as much spirit as it is beast, and thus it is immortal. Perhaps it cannot even be slain, At the very least, it is old and powerful, much as Zathrian himself.
I see.
No one knows. When the Shemlin lived in these parts, the curse would spread anew to a few of them with each passing year. They would run off into the forest, never to be seen again. Eventually, all the Shemlin left. One assumes the werewolves survive by passing their curse to their offspring. They have had no new blood. Until now, that is. It is said that 1 or 2 have turned already, though the Keeper denies it. As for the rest, they will either die or turn, unless they are killed out of mercy. I would rather die than become a ravening, soulless beast. Wouldn't you? One last warning. The forest is like a thing alive. It changes as it wills, closing paths behind you
Oh, goody.
and opening up new ones. Too many have become lost within, unable to find their way out. Were I you, I would endeavor not to make the forest my enemy.
There you go. Oh, this
How
one.
do they move these things through the forest?
Save.
The trees just get out of their way, or what?
Hi, Cameron.
Hello? I am Kamen, a hunter apprentice. Though I wish I could become a real hunter.
Wish I could do it, why can't you?
I shouldn't be talking about this to an outsider. You wouldn't understand. I suppose there's no harm in it. It's not like you can help me. I've been an apprentice for too long. To become a true hunter, I must bring back the pelt of a beast I killed myself. A boar or a wolf or
I don't have any
something.
workout.
I wanted to hunt in the forest, but we're forbidden to enter because of the attack. But the real problem is Gaina.
Go problem,
She's my
Tyson.
heart's desire. I have asked for her hand, but she cruelly refuses it. She will not bond with an apprentice, she says, and calls me a child. I am no child. If I was a hunter, I could prove it, but I cannot hunt, and Gaina will never bond with me. I feel so helpless. I shouldn't have brought it up.
feel miserable.
Just leave me to my misery.
hunt.
You think I haven't thought about this? There's nothing I can do.
go hunt.
I suppose you could, but what good would that do? The situation hasn't changed. Really? I'm willing to try anything. Siranas. Oh, Ma Siranas. I will pray to the goddess of love that you are successful.
Oh, goody, the goddess of love. Well, let's go have a talk, shall we? Ah, Finhoro. This should be fun to read, everyone. There's precious little we know about Finhoro, for they say he did not care for a people. Elkanah and Mythoro created this world as we know it, undertouched the ways of the hunter, Saracen Chungay, who has fire and craft, but Finhoro kept to himself and plotted the betrayal of all the gods. And after the destruction of Arlathan, when the gods could no longer hear prayers, it is said that Finhoro spent centuries in the far corner of the earth, giggling madly and hugging himself in glee. I could see Solus doing that. The legends say that before the fall of Arlathan, the gods we know, we feel fought an endless war with overs of the kind. There's not a Howard among us who remembers these overs. You know, the Forgotten Ones. That were not even really mentioned in... Yeah, the Forgotten Ones weren't really even mentioned in Valgard yet, as far as I played. Our dreams we hear the whispered names of Gedrin and Jorathor and Anarese, for they are the Forgotten Ones. The gods... Oh, they were even mentioned here. The gods of terror and malice, spite and pestilence in ancient times. See? Here's the thing. These ones sound like the bad ones. They weren't even brought up in, Valgard. It was like all of them, basically, for Solus enlisting. At times, only Fenrir could walk without fear among both our god and the Forgotten Ones. For although he is kin to the gods of the people, the Forgotten Ones know of his cunning ways and silence one of their own. And that is how Fenrir tricked them. Our god saw him as a brother, and they trusted him when he said that they must keep to the heavens while he arranged a truce. The Forgotten Ones trusted him also when they said he would arrange for the defeat of our gods, if only the Forgotten Ones would return to the past for a time. They trusted Fenrir, and they were all of them betrayed, and Fenrir sealed them away so they could never again walk among the people. Well, there you go. Basically, Solus was like, hey, you guys should totally trust me. By the way, get in the box. Also, spoilers, but I'm pretty sure one major plot point that still is going to bother me is basically, I'm pretty sure there's also stuff about the fucking Blight, which is confusing as shit because it makes it sound like the Blight technically existed before the Blight. I know, right? To say, wait. The whole thing about Dragon Age Origins, and most other Dragon Age games are all about, okay, the Defender Imperium Magisters went to, you know, the Fade, went to the Golden City, and basically ended up, you know, corrupting it, and that's how the Blight happened. But basically, Velgard retcons that and is basically like, hey, so the Defender Magisters went to somewhere and opened basically like sort of like the God prison and unleashed the Blight from there. But not even like as much danger of the Blight. Like there's still super Blight locked away, mostly. And then we just got, you know, like a lighter version of the Blight, and that lighter version of the Blight is, you know, the bad stuff, the one with the Darkspawn and the Archdemons and all of that. It implies like the Blight is like a living thing, rather than just, you know, an event that happens every so often when, you know, the Darkspawn basically find an old god and turn into an Archdemon. But basically by that thing it would imply that Solus basically probably put like the whole Blight, like Solus put the Blight away before the Blight was a Blight, which basically implies that that Blight predates the whole first Blight, which would mean Solus basically put the Blight in the Golden City, and thus there's no Maker. And then when the Defender Magisters found the Golden City, they unleashed the Blight upon themselves, and took that back with them as they became, you know, the first Darkspawn. So that basically means there's no Maker by Velgard's terms. And the problem about that is, when that conversation happened, we could not even question that, because that was like a very deep drop, and there was no way follow-up questions to that thing. It's just, oh, that's the thing. We can't question, you know, what about the Maker, what about the Golden City, what about any of that. No, we just accepted what Solus said as basically, you know. So that's what happened. That's why the Defender Imperium ended with the, you know, blighted Magisters that became the first Darkspawn and Archdemons and all that. Yeah, no, the retconning is pretty bad in Velgard. Pretty bad. Because, like, that conflicts with everything in the previous Dragon Age games. It conflicts with the entire lore. It makes the Maker not actually exist at all. It's like, yeah, wait a second, that's stupid. Yes, yes it is. That's very dumb. Like, here's the thing. I'm pretty sure there'll be later topics that I'm gonna always bring up. Well, actually, I might end up with Origins finished before I get that much into Felguard, but still. That's dumb.
And I'm off.
Oh god, is it dumb. Anyway, fucking elves. Hi. What's up?
Andaran Atishan, outsider.
Yeah, Cameron mentioned you.
You spoke to him? What did he say?
Tell you first, give him your hand.
Oh. I don't expect an outsider to understand our ways, but I just can't bond with Kamen. He's been a hunter apprentice for over 2 years now, and he's yet to slay a proper beast. Each time he's tried, something has gone wrong. Perhaps the creators do not wish us to bond. I cannot bond with an apprentice hunter, can I?
Well, if you love him, it
But
doesn't matter.
what if he never becomes a proper hunter? What will become of our family?
Well, help him, should say.
Oh, you are right. I have made poor Kamen miserable. No wonder he cannot complete his hunt.
Oh no.
Masiranas, thank you. You have helped me put this into perspective. I will go and speak to Kamen.
I thought there was an option, well, if we were male, where we could basically end up sleeping with
Cameron,
her and
I've
then
been
cucking
a
him
fool.
over.
Gaina? What do you mean? Have you changed your mind?
I have. The outsider has helped me to see that I was wrong. I have made you miserable, and I should not have.
But what about my hunt?
I don't care about that. I know you will pass your hunt in time, and we will be happy. Us and our children.
God, is
Thank you, Gaina.
this went
You've
forward
made me a
fast?
happy man. I feel blessed by the gods today. We are both very grateful for the part you've played in bringing us together.
Just
How
instantly
marvelous
us
you
and our
are.
children.
I'm so happy.
Does anyone else feel the urge to vomit? No? 'Tis just me?
No, I'm right there with you, babe.
Here, take this. It's been in my family for a very long time, but I hope it plays some part in your battle against the Darkspawn. It's the very least we could do.
Yeah, I help you guys. You better get the fuck out of this forest, by the way. Morgan disapproves. So, hey, we get this thing. Where is it? The fuck is it? There's a bow. Oh yeah, no. Oh shit! I forgot to return the blade to them in the chantry. Whoops! Forgot about that. Oh. There was a alarm. Okay, cool. Well, looks like they did bugger off. Maybe they'll survive. Maybe they'll survive. Anyway, hey, look, everyone's elf root. Elf root. Just who do I want to talk to? Ooh, colored inks. Colored inks, everyone. And they come of age, and the person wearing the Valacine, the blood riding, apart from the Shumlin and from the elves who have thrown a lot in with them. Mind us that we would never again surrender traditions of a life. You know, to be fair, part of me wants... I bet it would be fun playing as a Dalish elf. Dealing with Solus is bullshit. But I'm not sure if you could play as a Dalish elf. I mean... You could choose elf, but would it be Dalish or would it be like one of the, you know, city elves? Anyway, hi, what's your story?
Andaran Atishan, stranger. I am Athras. I hope the others have not been too harsh in their treatment of you.
I understand.
That
though,
is very
elves.
generous of you. Most would assume we are unkind as a rule, and that is not the case. Especially not to a Grey Warden. But we have lost much, and it is easy to forget simple niceties at such a time. I understand you will search for the wolves in the Brazilian forest. I would join you, but Zathrian has forbidden me. We are banned from entering the forest now. I have more cause than most, but I will not disobey my keeper.
Well, what's your story?
That is a tale I am not sure I should tell an outsider.
Well, you have a crest
Surely you
mark
have
above
greater
your
concerns
head,
than my
so
problems, stranger.
tell me anyway.
It's odd to talk so freely with a stranger, but perhaps you can help me. My wife Denilah and I both fought the werewolves in the ambush. She was injured so gravely the curse spread rapidly in her. Zathrian fought hard to ease her pain, but there was little he could do. And though he says that Denilah is dead, he will not let me see her body. I am beginning to believe she became a werewolf, and that it is being kept from me so I do not go chasing after her. If I could just know if Denilah is alive, or what happened to her.
Wouldn't
then I
they
could be at
put her
peace.
down before she became a werewolf?
I have an amulet made by our craftsman. It's not much, but I would be happy to give it to you in return for any news.
I probably don't need it, but sure, I'll go investigate for you. So, by the way, look at all this elf fruit. All this elf fruit. Hi, Mithia.
I trust there are no hard feelings about my questioning of you when you arrived. We Dalish must protect
Yeah, I
ourselves
get.
from trouble at all times.
You're basically you're persecuted people that have trust issues. We get.
Had we known a Grey Warden was coming, we might have arranged a different reception. But I wish you good fortune with your task. Dareth Shiral.
Like here's the thing, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not as racist against elves as I used to be, but I still don't really care for elves, to be fair. Cause like, Overlord's probably the best example of why I don't like elves. Elves are usually depicted as whiny. We live forever, but yet our old ways are gone. We must adhere to our old ways. Our glory is gone. It is in the past. Yeah, like, they all make elves seem like they can't really think about, you know, living for the future. Like, they're all basically just trying to live in the past. Get their old glory back. And that, oh no, humans and everyone else have doomed us. We can't go back to our past glory days. And not, you know, trying to build a new future for themselves, which they should be doing. Like, that's one of my major problems with elves, especially in most games. It's just, that's how they're usually depicted. Like, hell, Witcher elves. Oh god, Witcher elves. I can't really remember too much about Witcher elves other than, you know, Squire basically being about standing up against the racism of the humans. 'Cause humans. But yet then there's the dwarves, and the dwarves somehow control the banks. But yet they're racist against the dwarves. The humans. But yet the dwarves control the banks. So yeah, anyway. What else we got here? Ah, yes, Elganar. Now we're getting into the important topics. Long ago, when time itself was young, the only things in existence were the sun and the land. The sun, curious about the land, bowed its head closer to her body, and Elganar was born in the place where they touched. You know, the sun's just gonna go touch the world. Boop. Everything's burned to a crisp. The entire place is just set on fire. The world is dead because the sun got too close. Anyway, bowed its head closer to the body, and Elganar was born in the place where they touched. Everything was on fire. The son of the land loved Elkanor greatly, for he was beautiful and clever. As a gift to Elkanor, the land brought forth great birds and beasts of sky and forest, and all manner of wonderful green things. You know, green things. Not plants or anything, but green things. Elkanor loved his mother's gifts and praised them highly, and walked amongst them often. The son looked down upon the fruitful land and saw the joy that Elkanor took in her works and grew jealous. Out of spite, he shone his face full upon all the creatures the orph had created, and burned them all to ash. Well, there you go. Hey, we made this. Hey, I don't like him having that much influence over this world. I'm gonna set everything on fire. This has a better tone than some things, but out of spite, yeah. Oh, burnt to ash. The land cracked and split from bitterness and pain, and cried salt tears for the loss of all the land she had wrought. The poor tears cried for the land became the ocean, and the cracks in her body the first rivers and streams. So basically, there was Pangea. Elkanor's furious at what his father had done and vowed vengeance. He lifted himself in the sky and wrestled the sun, you know. He suplexed the sun. You don't defeat him, they fought for an eternity, and eventually the sun grew weak, while Elkanor's rage was unabated. Eventually Elkanor threw the sun down from the sky, and buried him in a deep abyss created by the lad's sorrow. With the sun gone, the world was covered in shadow. Well, that was dumb. And then everything died, because there was no sun. Elkanor in the sky were the reminders of Elkanor's battle with his father, drops of the sun's light, but which twinkled and shimmered in the darkness. You know, stars. I'm seeing a problem with this story. I'm seeing a lot of problems with the story. Why? Well, let's look up in the sky, everyone. Where's the sun at? Hey, look! I see the sun, everyone. Do you see the sun? 'Cause there's the sun. So, how can it be there if, you know, Elkanor threw the sun into the ground? Which, you know, would have destroyed everything. Like, there's a lot wrong with that one. A lot wrong with that one. Like, I'm pretty sure I could hear Solus groaning from 3 games over at that one. And I'm gonna rob all your shit.
Alright.
Ooh. Yeah, we're probably not even gonna leave the camp in this video. It's probably just gonna be me dicking around, dealing with elves. Oh god, elves. Hi.
What are you doing? You've warped the wood completely. Did you leave it out in the rain?
No, Master Ferrothorn. I think I just used too much heat.
You're not smelting ore like a Durgenlin. This is living wood. It requires patience and delicate hands, not more heat.
Elves and their wood shaping. It's unnatural. Why use wood when you got perfectly good metal and stone?
Spoken like a true child of the stone, my friend.
What's up?
Who you calling a child, old man?
My actions bring me sorrow, Master Ferrothorn.
And so they should. Truly the art will be lost to us forever at this rate. Throw away your dead wood and start anew, and I shall speak to our guest. Now then, please forgive my distraction, stranger. Is there something that you need?
What's up?
I'm the clan's craftsmaster. It's my responsibility to learn what I can of the ancient elven arts of shaping wood and ore. In truth, we Dalish know little of the art compared to what we once did. And even what we know has taken us many lifetimes to achieve. There is wood that, if treated properly, is as hard as steel but far lighter. It grows only in this forest. Ironbark. The Keeper has forbidden us from entering the forest to collect the wood. This means I cannot make
very
our
sure it
finest
grows
crafts
in
for
different
years
places
to come.
besides this. In fact, I'm gonna go verify that real quick. Dragon Age Iron Bark. Oh, maybe it is only in Origins. I thought for sure it would be, you know, one of those crafting things and, you know, Inquisition or something. Apparently I was wrong. Or maybe I'm right. Yeah, that. Yeah. There's such thing. How about I add an Inquisition to that? Yeah, see, there's Ironbark and Inquisition. And where does it come from? It's a Type 1 Masterwork critical crafting thing. Yeah, it can be encountered in places, yeah. Hinterlands, other places. Yeah. So basically what you're saying is you're lying to me.
I would be hesitant to ask it of you, but if you should come across Ironbark, I suppose there would be no harm in gathering some. It is blue and very distinctive.
Ooh.
You can only harvest the bark which has fallen off the tree from age. Now, if you find some, bring it to me, and I will craft it for you.
Okay.
I excel in making blades from the ironbark, or perhaps a breastplate. Provided there's enough wood, that is.
You know, because I would love to have a breastplate made out of wood.
That would please me. So long as our hunters come first.
Anyway.
I am no merchant, but let us trade. Perhaps there's something here which will be of value to you.
There is. So the thing about this guy is he has what we've been needing for this entire time in the game. The one thing we've needed in this entire time, what we'll always need even. Well, first though, we buy these just cause. But he has elf fruit. Dutch has these. Boop, boop. But he has fucking elf fruit, so we want to buy. We want to buy all the elf fruit we can. There's some decent weapons with no upgrades though. Dark Moon. Ooh, he has a backpack though. Get that. Nice. I think we might be almost matched out in backpacks now though. And then yeah, that stuff, which whatever, daily stuff. Meh. Meh. I could care less about your fucking daily stuff. Here's the thing, I don't understand why you'd ever would require greater entry kits. Like, that basically implies that this entire time you haven't been killing any of your entries with lesser entry kits. Cause like, even a regular entry kit kills up to 3 entries. Why would you ever let it get up that high? Like, seriously. Okay, so. That's an extra I could probably use for something, I am pretty sure. So I'm just going to, probably not going to remember that. But, you know, just in case. More effort. Just cause, you know, reasons why we're getting all that elf fruit. Hot butter. You know what I could use? Yes, you know exactly what I could use. Where's my left one? Just flask of that? Hi, by the way, buddy.
What do you wish?
Do you happen to have flask?
I am no merchant, but let us
I'm no merchant. Oh. Well, that's unfortunate, though. He has all the elf fruit in the game. Which, by the way, I need more elf fruit. It's all the elf fruit in the game, but he doesn't have the flask or the 8 concentrated agents or stuff to actually back it up. That sucks. But hey, at least he has all the elf fruit in the game, which helps. Especially because I'll keep buying stacks of elf fruit just cause. Reasons. But hey, now we no longer have to worry about fucking potions. Like how we almost ran out of potions several times, especially with that dragon fight. But now, no longer a problem. Now we have all the potions we could use. That shit.
Going.
Did I already check this? Yes, you did. I will always run into that because I don't loot everything. I need to do that more often. But, anyway. Lock chest.
Alright.
Oh, that one's actually locked chest. Okay, my bad.
Yes.
I don't want your door miss you. Oh. Here's one we were looking for.
There are places where those horns bring huge prices. Can cure diseases, so they say.
Here we go. Dear God, everyone. They say Gehananine was one of the people, the days before Orthelane, and the chosen of Andrea the huntress. She was very beautiful with her hair snowy white. Graceful as a gazelle, she kept always to Andrea's ways. Andrea under her favored her above all. One day while hunting the forest cat, and they came across a hunter she did not know. At his feet lay a hawk, shot through the heart by an arrow. It was filled with rage for the hawk, long of the hail. It's an animal much beloved by Andrew, and he demanded that the hunter make an offering to Andrew in exchange for taking the life of one of her creatures. The hunter refused again, and called upon the goddess of curse to curse him, so they could never again hunt and kill a living creature. Gadanes cursed her coat, and the hunter found that he was unable to hunt. His prey would dart outside, and his arrows would fly away. His friends and family began to mock him for his impotence. For what use is the hunter who cannot hunt? Ashamed, the hunter swore he would find Ganane and repay her for what she had done to him. He found Ganane while she was out on a hunt with her sisters, and lured her away from them. With lies and false words, he told Ganane that he had learned lesson and paid her to come with him so they could teach her. So she could teach him to make a proper offer to Andrew. Moved by his plea, Ganane followed the hunter, and when they were away from Moldo, all of her sisters, the hunter turned on Ganane. He blinded her first, and then bound her as one would bind a kill, fresh from the hunt. But because he was cursed, the hunter could not kill her. Instead, he left her for dead in the forest. And Ganane prayed to the gods for help. She prayed to Elkanah for vengeance, to Mother to protect her, but above all she prayed to Andrew. Andrew sent her heralds to Ganane, and they chewed through the ropes that bound her, and Ganane was still wounded and blind, and could not find a way home, so Andrew turned her into a beautiful white deer, the first Hala. And Gawain found her way back to her sisters, and led them to the hunter, who was brought to justice. And since that day, the Hollow have guided the people and have never led those astray, for they listen to the voice of Gawain. Oh god, the deer are going to lead the delusion too. They're going to lead them astray because, you know, stuff in Valgard. Anyway. Nice deal.
Who comes? Oh, I beg your pardon, stranger. I was so busy attending to the Hala, I did not hear your approach.
So what the fuck's a Hala?
They are the noble beasts that pull our Aravel. What humans call land ships. They are our companions.
You know, the land
and our
ships.
guides.
Yeah, we have nothing similar to the Bronto.
I have heard of the Bronto. They are beasts of burden, yes? The Hala are not like that. We ride the Hala, but never with reins or a saddle. It is the Hala who decide where to lead us, and our privilege that they take our Aravel with them. In return, it's the herder's job to speak to the Hala and care for their needs. It's a bond of friendship, and not servitude.
Uh-huh.
I fear she may have been bitten during the werewolf attack. I have tried speaking with her, but she is too agitated for me to understand. The curse would not affect her as it would us, but it would still
You've
be
been
lethal.
trying to speak to the
And
deer.
it may prove contagious to the other Hala as well. I can find no wound on her, but if she's truly ill, then I will have to put her out of her misery, for her sake as well as that of the others. I don't know. Do you have any skills that might help her? If you do, I would be grateful.
I have... Pretend to them the Hala. I was like, do I even have survival?
And? What do you think?
Oh no, the animal is suffering.
Ah, it is as I thought then. Then there is no point in delaying the inevitable. Let us make an end to it. Lonely Hala, lost in the rain. See the lights, how they shine in the sky. Let them guide your way home. Dara Shiral, my dearest friend, farewell.
She just produces a dagger. I'm pretty sure Gain Khan is gonna be pissed with us for this one.
It is customary for the herder to take the antlers of a fallen Hala. I give them to you, friend. Bring them to Master Varathorn and he will make you a gift from them.
Okay.
As were you.
I was totally very kind. Oh god, not the Orvals. The Dalish who band together in small groups of blood rovers travel in only cart wagons known as Orvo, drawn by large white sledge cars Hala. The Orvo, a unique sight, beautiful in their swooping curvature and adorned with broad hoods and bright silken clocks that flap around in the wind, on display in the noble banners that once flew over the family's house. Most hymns refer to Orvo as land ships. For in a strong wind, it can often appear as if the elves travel in long boats, which sails high overhead to announce their arrival. For or worn over the way, the Hollow are unique to elves, and any but elven hamlets consider them ornery and almost impossible to train. To the Dalish, they are no beasts, superior in breeding to the horse. Certainly most humans would agree that the Hollow are superior to the elves themselves. The fact that many imperial nobles maintain a bounty on Hollow horns, they find their way to defenders in front of the Dalish consider unforgivable. If you my guns complain to see the Dalish lands up close, a human who sees them on the horizon does well to head their way. Few Dalish clans stay kind to humans and treat on their camps. I thought there was something about them being able to potentially fly. And ships. Wasn't another thing about Orvos being able to fly? Or am I misreading that? Uh-huh. Ah, here we go. The clan keepers use some magic to make it possible for the orchers to fly above the trees. Yep. Yep. There you go. That's all we need to read. Yep. Of course it would be. Yeah. I could just see, you know, Ganderhain being like,
And I'm off.
ah, fuck, you murdered the deal. Ganderhain's gonna be pissed at us. Anyway. You're gonna upset the Dale God. Dale God's gonna be upset with us. Oh.
Please leave that be. If you have need of equipment, I am sure Master Verathorn can help you.
My bad.
My
I'll
serious.
leave it be. My bad. So what's
I am
up?
told you were instrumental in bringing our Kamen and Gaina together.
Yeah.
By our traditions, Kamen is still Dalen, a child. Their match is hardly appropriate. We try to teach our young to wean themselves off the impatience that humans suffer from. Their belief that everything must happen now is what destroyed us long ago. But there's no real harm in what you did. I do not doubt your intentions were good.
You're judging me.
I'm hardly anyone special, I assure you. If I seem different from the rest of my clan, it's only because I was born amongst humans. I came to the Dalish at a very young age, but I've always retained my curiosity about the world I came from. My parents were servants to a human merchant whose caravans plied the southern routes. One day, bandits killed him, and my parents both. I was the only survivor, just a young girl, and the bandits took me. I was their servant for several years.
Oh no.
It was. Though long years of reflection have allowed me to come to terms with it, to put them in perspective. I can only imagine what would have happened had the clan not saved me from them. I owe them my life for that, and more. The bandits killed a scout when the clan passed near their camp. When the clan discovered him, Zathrian came looking for his killers. He followed their tracks for almost a month, and when he finally caught up to us, he fell on the bandits like a terror. No one could stop him. I sat there and I watched him attack them in a blur, and I reveled in every blow. When he saw me, the fury in his eyes turned to pity. He took me back to the clan, and I've been here ever since. It's possible I might have had some, maybe many. Zathrian offered to take me back, but I had no idea where I was from, and I wanted to stay with a man who rescued me.
So.
The clan is my family. Any others out there? It's best they believe that little girl died with her parents. For now, the clan is all I need. My old world could not have offered me all this, and the knowledge of a keeper as well. Perhaps one day, when I am keeper, I might inquire out of curiosity. I'm not sure what lies down that road except pain, however. I am not a keeper. I am Zathrian's first. Though because I was not born into the clan, becoming his first was very difficult. We Dalish have old traditions. The clans come from the ranks of the nobility that once ruled the Dales, you see. The keepers of those old clans have the strongest and purest blood that reaches back to the days of Arlathan. I had to compete against the other candidates for first, to be better than them in everything, simply because I was not of the old blood. No. Zathrian told me that time would take away their prejudices, and it did. They became used to me. The clan has placed great trust in me. One day, I will lead them and be the one who secures our future.
Okay.
Nothing that you could not ask Zathrian himself. He is the keeper of this clan and has been for a very long time. He is also a very good man who has lost much. The Dalish are everything to him, and he would do anything to protect them. He lost his family a very long time ago. I don't know the story, but I understand the circumstances were horrific.
Well, I should go.
As you wish. Darth Shirel.
Okay, I think I've talked to the Dalish. Enough. For now. Could definitely use more flask and everything. Definitely could use more flask. But hey, we have how many potions now? A decent amount of potions. Yay. Okay, so here's the thing. Let's put about Dragon Mage Origins. Okay. So, to be fair, not every planet gives you, you know, a new companion. That was the same for, like, let's think about it. That was the same for Knights of the Republic, even. Like, Knights of the Republic is like, hey, you get a companion on Kashyyyk. You get a companion on Tatooine. You don't really get one on Manan. You don't really get one on Korriban. So, like, yeah, we don't really get anyone here in the forest. But we got one in Orgrimmar, we got one in, well, we got several Lothrin, because Lothrins basically are Dantooine. Where else did we get one? Well, Zephyrin found us at some point, so... Shell's DLC, Oh yeah, we could've got Wynn at the Mage Tower. But anyway, next time we go into the forest. Because it's been over an hour and 20-some minutes or just dicking around reading about the elves. You know, the fucking elves. Yeah, just, you know, the sun of the land touched. There's just a lot wrong with Elkanar's story. Anyway, hope you all enjoyed. Thank you all and have a nice day.